Hi everyone, so this is my first time streaming, so if things sound weird or anything, I apologize. I will review the footage and try better next time. But I've been seeing this going around everywhere where people have a deck of cards and then they make a little series where on each one they paint something different. So I thought during lockdown I'll get started on this project and actually do things that I wanted to do. So I'm a zoology student, and I thought it would be such a cute idea to do some sort of art thing and at the same time teach myself and everyone else about some cool animals out there. So I thought, what better way to do that than on cards? So what we're going to do is I'm going to randomly pick any card, and then using a number generator, I'm going to go through the taxonomic system of all the animals and then pick a random animal. So I'll go kingdom, phylum, class, order, and so on and so on. I have to say it in my head, I go, the way I remember that is killer penguins can only find green socks. So killer is for kingdom, penguins, phylum, and so on and so on. So the music I'm using in the background should be linked in the description, so make sure to check that out. I just thought I'd have something nice in the background, and I just pick a random card. Yay! Three to clubs. That's the one we're going to use, and I'm going to generate on my phone. No, I'm going to generate the numbers on my laptop, but on my phone I'm going to get the Wikipedia page and animal taxonomy. I tested this out earlier today and I got very weird random worms, so hopefully we'll get something interesting. Not to say that worms aren't interesting, but something better to paint. Okay, so taxonomic rank on Wikipedia, and to avoid anything extremely boring, we are going to go into a specific kingdom. We don't want any bacterial domain because that won't be interesting. I am going to review this footage and cut it down and post a cut down version on YouTube, maybe after I finish all of these, but also on TikTok, and also post on my Instagrams. All the links should be on my YouTube channel. I'm probably the most active on Instagram right now, so make sure to follow me on there if you want more content, and let me know what else you'd like me to post. Okay, so out of the 6 kingdoms, we have Animalia, Plantae, Fungi, Protista, Archaea, and Bacteria, and I'm going to specifically choose Animalia for this project, just to stop there being just random tiny little things. Okay, right. Kingdom, so then we're gonna look at, try and find where they've got the phylums. Oh, there we go. So under Animalia, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 phylums: annelids, arthropods, bryozoa, chordates, cnidaria, echinoderms, mollusks, nematodes, platyhelminths, rotifers, and sponges. Now, I'm not sure how accurate Wikipedia is, but we're going to trust it for now. I've forgotten most of what I learned in my first year. I did this kind of stuff biodiversity in my first year degree. I am now in my third year. So I think it said 11, so I'm just going to put 1 to 11 in here. And, oh, press the random thing. 1 to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, what am I doing? So it came out with echinoderms. I need to write this down so I don't keep saying it. Right. Killer penguins can only find green socks. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. I'm going to try and narrow it down to species, and I am including also extinct species, but if there's no images or if it's not well known, or if there's no Wikipedia page on it, then I'm going to just go back a bit and not do that. So phylum, so we're now going to look at a class. I tried to put the music on the laptop so I could do this also on my phone, but it didn't work. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. So we're gonna 1 out of 23, and it came out 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Off your idea. That's brittle stars, serpent stars, or ophiurids are echinoderms in the class Ophiuridae. Okay, and then we're going to try and find an order or a superorder. There are only two that are. I think I'll just pick out of those two. The two Ophiuridae again is an order of echinoderms within the class Ophiuridae. It includes the vast majority of living brittle stars. Okie what was that? An order. So then we want to find a family. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And now if this bit's a bit boring, I can always cut it out. Okay, that was 13. So Ophiulepididea are a family of brittle stars. I think it really wants me to do brittle stars. Okay, family. And then let's try and work it down to genus. I don't know if red means that there's no page. Yeah, red means that there's no page. So come down to this one. But there's no pages on the different classifications. So I'm going to just pull that. Or maybe we just do this and do this genus. Images. Yeah, I think I quite like that one actually. We can probably do that one. So it's just the image here, and that is what I'm going to paint. Now my other issue is this is quite a slick card, and I don't have any acrylic paints on me. I only have watercolors and pencils, and yeah, watercolor's not going to stick on there. So I don't know if I should do it on paper or maybe try and create a thin layer of paint. Then I'm going to have to do all of these in advance. I have this random crappy paint. I can either do that, but I feel like sticking a piece of paper is cheating. Well, let's try pencils and we'll see how pencils go. I have colors. Let's see if it. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. And I don't think paint is either. That's a very thin brush. Okay, I can probably put the music back on now. Oh, got used to be turned on. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So I'm either gonna have to order some paint for next time, or we could kind of paper mache it on, and that would look pretty cool. I do have some PVA lying around, and a jar, or a jar lid. Go. So I was also going to read out some facts about the animal that I will be painting, but I realise now as I'm painting I can't really read, so I'm gonna have to work out a way to do that. I thought revealing the animal on camera is fun, but I might have to reveal it beforehand and film a clip for posting on another video when I repost this. But then have all the card ready so I don't have to do all of this. Or I could reveal next day's card at the end of each session. I think that will work best. Okay? I don't know why, but I think my paintbrush might have some remnants, but it's leaving like little black specks on it. Also, I tried to stream on my phone because I thought it would have better quality and I'd be able to get a better angle. I'd be able to get an overshot angle, whereas I can't get an overshot on the laptop. End up seeing my keyboard. Okay, so I'm really creative. Okay, so that's the card. Oh, I think I see a bit more that I want to cover up. And the pieces of paper I'm using are also my scrap paper pile, so I'm not just randomly tearing up paper. This is paper that's already been used on one of the sides. And it's what I usually use for notes. I like this texture that it's creating. So because we have an unexpected necessity of painting this over to create a rougher texture so that the paint stays on, I am going to have to go dry this in a moment. I'll be doing that, and then I think I'll sketch on the idea, and then I'll paint it, and then when that dries, I'll use pencils on top. So there might be a bit of coming and going. This. Okay, so I just went to blow dry that. It actually dried very nicely. It's all dry now. So I'm just going to get a picture up on the screen of the animal. Considering maybe painting it on the back and drawing and like putting some information or something, but I'm not too sure yet. I do actually think I need to cover it a bit more so I can write at the bottom. And this is good because then I think I'll also seal it with PVA too. In the future, if there's anyone watching back, I don't know, if I get some more subscribers or something, I think this would be a good idea to have a chat with people. If anyone wanted to do that and maybe ask me questions, or I can ask you guys questions, what kind of stuff you want to see. Yeah. Good time as any. Okay, so completely covered it now. And I actually kind of like the black speckles my paintbrush has been leaving. So that's the card. I've left these on the side and I'm just going to go dry this. Now that that's sorted out, we can start. Okay, get a pencil, just any random one, and just trace out vaguely where I want. The PV is now also drying to be the same texture as the card initially, which is not what I wanted. Yeah, I forgot about that. So might be kind of hard to paint on with watercolors or pencils. We'll see how it goes. I might just have to completely scrap this plan and restart tomorrow. Yeah, it's all coming off. This isn't going the best, but oh, there we go. The watercolors I'm using are these random ones I bought ages ago from Lidl, but they've served me very well. I've had them for years and I just keep using them, so. I'm just going to put a base colour down before it all dries. Oh, the paint is staying and it's not. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm hopeful now. A bit more. Oh, this is kind of loud. It's a bit more textured than I had initially planned. But for first try and for the mess that we've gotten ourselves into, I'm just grateful that the paint isn't splitting. You know, when you put watercolors on like a slippery surface and they just end up separating into little droplets. That's what I thought it would do, but I think because the PVA hasn't dried completely, it's still a bit textured. Okay, so that's my basic shape for now. It doesn't quite fit into frames. I'm just going to have to cut some of its limbs off because it's a very thin creature. Okay, so I see it has bits. Right, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some shadows. I see they have bits there, and I'm not too worried about the detail too much as of yet because I'm going to add on that detail where with the pencils when most of this has dried. I'm not sure if people do this. I kind of just made this technique up where I just paint on the basics because it's always a faff to paint such a large surface of pencils. I mean, color in. But with paint, it goes on so easily, but then it's hard to put on small details, and then vice versa with pencils. So I thought, why not combine them all, especially when the watercolors then leave such a nice texture for you to paint on top of later. Okay. And then they have these strips that are quite fine lined. Now, because we couldn't go down to species level, I'm not sure if the stripes define what this creature is because that sometimes is the case. Like I know with snakes it is. This isn't going to be the most accurate thing. Hopefully, at some point, we will get a more easily identifiable animal that makes me feel a bit less out of my way to paint so I can do it justice. So I'm just painting the undertones of the stripes, which are kind of a dark brown, and then on top of it is kind of a maroony red. And I'm hoping that will stick with the paints, and if not, then I'll do that with the pencils. But it would be very hard to do the outlines of this afterwards. I'm going to do that first. And I'm trying to kind of create the shapes, but they are very thin bands, especially the higher up you get. So I'm just making them more or less the way they are. Now I'm not sure if this is the animal's underside or the top. But it's got some very lovely patterning on it. And oh, maybe this portion can be just me painting. Let me try and move it around so you can see better. And then when I redo the video, maybe I'll find some facts and actually read facts out about the creature. So as you can see, I am creating some of the details of the animal, and I usually add highlights on with the pencils, as it's quite hard for me to do that here. And I also don't have a white in my watercolors. I don't think that exists really. But yeah, so that's with the stripes added. And now I'm going to do the red. That's a deep kind of red, but almost also going to orange. So I'm going to kind of mix it all in. And then make sure this color is nice and thick so it lays well on top of the color already put down. Whoop. And that's out of line. Oh, and I ruined it. And I'll also be posting these on my Instagram probably, so if you can't be bothered to watch the whole video, which is understandable because it's just me ranting, but you can always paint along with me, pop some facts about the animal in the chat. But yeah, I will be posting these on Instagram, so if you can't be bothered to watch all the way through, please go show me some love there. As me talking as though I've got any viewers. Big steps, big small steps. I don't know what I was doing. I was just kind of putting colours wherever I want, but that wasn't where it was meant to be. Okay. Right. I think that's the majority of the colours. So I'm going to just wait for that to dry, and then in the meantime, I'm going to write the name out of this animal. I do have some fine liners, but most of them have stopped working. Point two works. Something thicker. Nope. Point two it is. Okay, I cannot remember what group this was. Or which way up this card is. This way up. Okay, it's a family. Off your left today. Off. I was watching the new series for the Natural History Museum, and the lady was saying if you're struggling with scientific names, just say as fast as you can. Off the lap of the day. See, this is what I mean. It's meant to be aligner for all mediums, but anytime I do it on anything that's kind of squishy, it just stops. Okay, so that's that. I think I'm going to write family above it so that we know what the classification is. And then maybe at the back, I'll do a similar kind of thing, but I'll just glue one piece of paper on and write some facts about it, so that when you're playing cards, you can also learn a bit about zoology. And I'll try and figure out some weird fact and like find the most interesting thing about the animal, because I won't learn if I find that it's got two hearts, because the amount of hearts when you're doing zoology just isn't shocking anymore to me. Could have 15 hearts for all I care, and I'll be like, oh. And I ruined all my fine liners. Okay, so I think it's mostly dried out. I'm going to move on to my pencils. Okay, I'm going to need the orangey brown. So there's some greys here that I'll probably make use of. And there's a bit of orange and yellow in all of them. Okay. Gonna use this softer shade toning. But this is quite a small image as well, so it's kind of hard to add detail. Yeah, some of the sections have gone squishy from the PVA. Isn't the best, but we'll make it work. Let's see if I can just outline it in a yellow to create a border of some sort. And I do need kind of light brownish to really give the shading here, because the middle bit does stick out a bit more, like it's a bit more circular than I painted. And of course I'm not going to be the most accurate because I'm using the worst kind of medium on the worst kind of paper possible. Maybe next time I'll just stick one sheet and so there's no PV on the top, otherwise it's going to be a mess. Okay, and I'm going to get some orange to try and, oh, and it did not work. Yeah, I'm just scraping away the paint at this point. That's not the best. I think I will just leave it as it is. I might add some paint on later, but Should have practiced this before we started, but I know I might end up having to rip this off and start again if I decide that. But I will try and continue this at least once a week, hopefully daily, but I'm still at university, so we'll see. But this is my Ophiolippidae. Ophiolippidae. Right, we're gonna have to get better at saying this because this is embarrassing. Ophiolippidae. 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 Ooh, I think I did it. Okay, let me have a look on. Ophiolippidae are a family of brittle stars of the suborder Ophiurina. It includes deep sea and shallow water species. And yeah, so I'll probably continue this on tomorrow with a better plan. Oh yes, and we'll pick a card and the species the next time so that we are all prepared and not taking up loads of time. So those of you not interested, thank you for watching, and then here we go, pick the next one. I think I'll also write a little number 1 somewhere. When I put it on, I'll put 1 and then all the information on the back so that I remember what order to put them in. And now let's pick another card. So, Ace of Clubs. Okie dokie. Okay, now I'm going to turn the music off because I need the phone to do the generating. And okay, go back on Wikipedia and go back several times. Oops. And then Kingdom, Animalia, and then the phylums 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 phylums. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 platyhelminths. Oh yes, the worms. Okay, kingdom phylums. So we need to find classes. Right, it's giving me traditional phylogenetics, so I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to put in 6 because that's how many options it's given me. And we'll work it out from there. So 6, go 5. Catanulida is an order of flatworms in the classical classification or class of flatworms in a phylogenetic approach. Okay, and then families. Nice, you've got 5. So, 4. Stenospermidae. Stenospermidae is a family of freshwater catanulid flatworms. Catanulid flatworms. It is the most species-rich family of catanulids. About 70 species described. Great. Genera. Oh, I'm very much loving this. It's giving me a nice little list straight away of the next rank. Go. Number 2. Stenospermidae is a family of freshwater catanid flatworms. Isn't that what we just had? Yes, it is. Rhinocoscolex. But it just keeps redirecting me. Okay. Redirected. Redirected. And redirected. That's great. Do you know what? I'm not having that. We are having a species this time. I'm not settling for another vague. Redirected. Are you kidding me? Redirected? No! What is happening? Everything I press is redirecting me to the page I'm already on. Right, well, let's go from flatworms again, and then the 6 that are options, and then try something right again. Okay, Trematoda. Oh, that does not look appealing at all. Oh, it's a class within the phylum. It includes 2 parasitic worms known as flukes. Okay, we've got 2 subclasses. Number 1, Aspidogastria. Aspidogastria, 80 species of flukes. See below family, 4 families. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aspidogastridae. Trematodes. Okay, we've got 3 subfamilies. Number 3, Rhodella. And that's no page. No page. None of them have pages. I'm going to go back. We are having a page. No page. No page! It's like they don't want me to do any. Goodness sake. Right. Back to families with Aspidogastria. This is not the way. This was not the way I planned. It's not my intention. Right. Right, now apparently we're starting again. I am very sorry about this. This is going to be boring and long, but what was I expecting from my first live stream? Kingdom. Okay, I think it all depends on the kingdom. Oh, I meant to press. Yeah, kingdom. Animalia. And then we go on to the different phylums, of which there are now 11. I will have memorized that. And we get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. Next one. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 11. Sponges. Okay. Right, there are 5 classes of sponges. Oh, Homoscleromorph, also known as Homosclerophorida. And then of that, there are 2 families. The one which does not look appealing, so I'm not going to get it. I literally pressed 3 times and I got it every time. Oscarellidae. Okay, it's a family of marine sponges. Okay. Right, and then I'm only going to include these 2 in the raffle. Osculobularis is a species of sponge. We got a species. Okay, so on the use of clubs tomorrow, I will be drawing Osculura lobularis, which is this species of sponge. And it's native to the northeastern Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. Well, thank you for watching. I apologize if you've watched this far. Again, this is the one I finished today. It's a mess. I'm a mess. See you next time.